Welcome to Scratching the Gaming Itch. Today I have a Quake Champions gameplay video, which is probably pretty shocking to you, but it's because I want to talk about the fact that it's okay to play dead games. There's this idea in gaming nowadays that if a game isn't popular anymore, you shouldn't be playing it. If the player count isn't high, don't play it. If Twitch viewers aren't watching, don't play it. If YouTube isn't pushing the game, don't play it. The game is dead. And somehow, you're wrong for enjoying it. So today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about why that's kind of nonsense and why it's completely okay to play dead games. Usually when people say a game is dead, they usually mean one of three things. That there's low player counts, that there's no major updates, or that it's not culturally relevant anymore. But none of those things actually mean that the game stopped being fun. For me, Quake Champions is a pretty good example of that, especially since it's definitely qualified as a dead game by the low player count, by no major updates, and by the fact that it's not culturally relevant anymore. It's got all three going for it. And yet, here I am, finding a match against real players, and honestly, having fun playing the game. So, who decides when a game is dead then? And I think that comes to modern gaming, where the fun is seemingly forced hype. Right, we've been trained to chase hype cycles, new seasons, new battle passes, new metas, new content drops, constantly changing. And if that's not happening, then people act like the game's been abandoned. But the fun doesn't expire because that happens. Quake hasn't really changed its core identity in a long time. And that's the point. Tight movement, mechanical skill, map knowledge have all been important to Quake. And that's a fun time. Sure, a little bit of it has changed with the Champions mechanics that a lot of people didn't like, but at its core, it is Quake. And none of that kind of stuff stops working just because the marketing budget is gone and the players are gone. And there's no new battle pass, no awesome amazing season, no new content drops. And honestly, a game doesn't need a million players to justify your time. It just needs to be fun to you. And something I do enjoy are small communities. People don't really talk about small communities all that much, but they can be an enjoyable experience. When a game is dead, the people who are still around are usually there because they love it. They're not chasing the unlocks, they're not grinding for different skins, they're just playing the game because they find it itself worth playing. In games like Quake Champions, you start to recognize the names of people you play against. You learn their play styles, and you actually feel like a part of the community. And if you compare that to massive games, you're just another number in the matchmaking queue. Nobody really knows you and you don't know them. Sure, you can make some friends along the way, but in things like Quake, it is you with the community and everyone knows everyone. So really, dead games don't feel all that empty. They feel pretty personal. Another thing with these dead games that no longer get updates is there's no FOMO. There's no pressure. If it's another underrated dead game, then what am I missing out on? I'm not really pressured to log in every day to get the next hype thing. I'm not really punished for missing a week of the game because the game stopped getting updates. And I don't really feel like the game is holding a stopwatch over my head where the end of the season is coming and I know I need to start playing a lot if I want to get that item. Right, so I just want to play when I want to play. And that's how games used to be. that's how games were for me when I first started playing Halo. Right? Quake doesn't care if I take a break. Halo doesn't care if I take a break. It's still gonna be the same game when I come back, and it's gonna be as fun as I remember it. Right, and then kind of one of the last few things is streaming and the metrics behind a game kind of ruined the mindset, and it's what created dead games. People assume that if it's not pulling big numbers anymore, like on Twitch or on Steam, I constantly hear about Steam charts, that it's not relevant. But Twitch viewership is about entertainment, not just a measure of quality of a game. And Quake wasn't really designed to be flashy entertainment. It was something that was designed to be played. And so when we start judging games purely by the metrics of who's watching it, we're gonna lose something important. Not every game needs to be the next big thing. Some games, honestly, just need to be good. And you can have your own opinions about what games are good. And playing them, if it's fun for you, then that's good. Because at the end of the day, gaming is a personal journey. You don't owe anybody your playtime. You don't need validation from the player charts or from content creators that this is the game you should be playing. If a game really clicks with you, then play it. If Quake Champions is fun to you, awesome. If Titanfall feels amazing to you still, amazing. If an old MMO still scratches that itch of gaming that you love, then keep playing it. It doesn't make you out of touch. It really just means that you know what you enjoy. So, ultimately, I think it's okay to play dead games. In fact, sometimes I think that they are some of the best games out there. And I want to know, if you're still playing something that people call dead, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And if you're still enjoying Quake gameplay or any other arena shooter gameplay, then consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Any small thing that happens would be a pretty big help for me, as I'm just enjoying my time with this hobby and really just loving to play the games I love to play and getting them out there for at least others to see once in a long time, because probably haven't seen too much of Quake Champions, especially since it qualifies under one of those dead games that usually flies under the radar. So, I hope to see you in the next video. As always, it's been great to talk with you, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone it is for you. See ya in the next one.